Yeah, so welcome to this video. I would like to talk about the seasonal tendency. Yeah, so as you can see on the chart, this is a mrci.com website where I have access to my seasonal tendency charts. Okay, let me reload this charts. Yeah, so the MRCI is basically the More Research Center Institute. They actually compile data over years, okay, and then they present it in graphical format. All right, they present it in graphical format, and you are able to have a clear picture of how prices has been performing over the years. Okay, yeah. So this is my account. This charts is actually not for it's not for free. Before you'll be able to access these charts, I think you have to get a subscription. Okay, you have to subscribe. I think around $40 per month. Yeah, this is where I have access to my charts. Okay, and I think there's been some slight changes to the charts. Okay, there's been some slight changes. That's I think the previous years you were able to have access to the monthly charts, monthly seasonal tendencies. Okay, you're able to have access to them, but for these new ones, this new chart, okay, let me like how you have the USDX, that's the dollar index right here, like that. Sorry. So yeah, so you see these divisions. Okay, we are not having it in the current ones, all right, unless you actually zoom in on the website. It's much more interactive. You can't see the picture like this with clear cuts months. Okay, so you have to zoom in, and before you be able to do that, you can't do it outside the website. Okay, so these are some of the charts that I've saved. So let me look for the dollar index. Sorry. Yeah, so it is a historical pattern for the dollar index. Okay, yeah, so you see how it is from January to April. This is a zoomed in version. Let me zoom up a little bit. Okay, so the first quarter, second, third, and then the last quarter. Okay, yeah, so this is how it is, unlike these ones where you can see the clear divisions month by month. Okay, these ones aren't like that, but on the website it's more interactive, as you will see. Okay, so let's go to the indices. Under indices, should look for dollar index. Yeah, sorry, forex, rather, forex, the dollar index. Okay, open it. Okay, and then you go to the seasonal patterns, right? Then the cash. Okay, so you can actually open it contract by contract. Okay, so the March contracts, June, September, and then December. And this is the seasonal pattern, the overall. Okay, this is how you see, just as I showed in the other charts, the saved version of the PDF here. So this is what I actually saved. Yeah, so seasonal patterns or seasonalities are actually roadmaps. Okay, so roadmaps to a particular destination. All right. Yeah, so one thing you have to know is that it's not every day, every month, or every time that seasonal patterns are going to actually go according to whatever that particular period presents. Okay, so let's say last year 2024, in the month of January, okay, the dollar index was bullish or the dollar index was bearish. So let's assume the dollar index was bullish in the month of January, in the previous month, sorry, in the previous year. Okay, according to seasonality, if the pattern actually tallies or it follows the same chart for the seasonal tendency or for the seasonality charts, then we can assume that or can presume that this coming year too, or this 2025, we can have the dollar index to be bullish in the month of January. Okay, you can have the dollar index to be bullish in the month of January. However, you can see these particular time periods. Okay, we have the 30-year, the 15-year, and then the 5-year time period. You can actually toggle it. Okay, you can toggle anyone and have anyone that you want. Okay, yeah, so I take a look at the 30-year, the 15, and really look at the 15. Okay, so let's take a look at the month of February to March on this chart. You can see that for the 15-year, it's bullish in February. For the 5-year, it's bullish. Okay, and then for the 30-year, it's also bullish, which tells us that in the month of February to March, we should expect the higher tendency for the dollar index to rise up or to be bullish. Okay, this is what it tells us. So one thing you have to also know is that we don't just go into the charts because we have this seasonality telling us that we should expect the dollar index to be bullish. We just go into the charts and we start buying the dollar index and selling all other foreign currencies. No, the chart has to conform or it has to be in harmony with what the dollar index is telling us or with what the seasonal chart of the dollar index is telling us. Okay, that's one thing you should take away from this particular video. Okay, yeah, so basically that is that. We just take a look at whether our 30-year, 15-year, and then 5 years are all pointing to the same direction. If they are pointing to the same direction, then there's a higher probability. If the charts are also telling us that dollar index is rallying, then we can focus on buying the dollar index because the seasonality is on our side and we have all the years period. That's the 15-year, the 5-year, and then the 30-year period also being in our favor. Okay, yes. So we do the same thing with the other currencies. We do the same thing with the euro, pound, Japanese yen, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, and any other currency that we trade with a dollar. Okay, or we trade with other pairs. Let's say the euro and then the Japanese yen. You can take a look at the euro and then the Japanese yen, and then we create a trade for the euro and then the Japanese yen. Okay, so let's take a look at it. This is a chart for the euro. Let me open it in a different tab. Then the Japanese yen. Yeah, so you have the euro on the left hand side and then the Japanese yen on the right hand side. Okay, let's see what we can make out of these two charts. Yeah, so you can see that from the period of you can see from April, okay, from April to May, somewhere here. Okay, so you can see the charts where we have the dialog or the pop-up on the cursor. Wherever I push, I move the cursor to, I get the live updates. Okay, so from this side, from the April to May, 1st of May, you see the euro is rallying. Okay, they are all rallying. If you take a look at the 15-year only the 5 year is giving us some kind of indecisiveness, but the 30 year is on our side, so you can have a higher probability on the euro to rally. And then we take a look at on the right hand side, we take a look at the same time period. You can have April to May, okay, somewhere here. We can see that the 15 year is dropping, even though we dropped, rallied, and then we closed lower. Okay, the opening is here. You can have the opening here, then the close down here, right? And then the same thing is happening to the 5 year, and we have our 30 year charts in this down here. Okay, that one also open here and then close somewhere here. Okay, close somewhere here. So all of them are actually dropping, whilst the euro is actually rallying for the same time period. So for your euro pound, okay, for euro pound around April to May, you can expect the euro, sorry, for the euro yen, for your euro yen, you can have the price to actually rally for this given time period from April to May. Okay, you should have that in mind. And if the chart also gives you enough confirmation, according to your market analysis, price is becoming bullish for the euro yen for that same time period, then the probabilities for this same tendency or for this same chart repeating itself is high, because for over the years price has been moving higher on the euro yen for the same time period. Okay, and then the euro, sorry, the yen has been dropping for the same time period. Okay, so you should expect your euro yen to rally if inside the charts or on the chart are giving you enough confirmation for bullishness. Yeah, so this is how one way I consider to for my trades. Okay, using the dollar, sorry, using the seasonal tendencies. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, so you can use the same concepts for any other currency. Okay, so let's say if you take a look at the pound yen. Okay, any other currency, you can just use it. You can just use the same format to actually get a very good trade. I use the euro yen because the euro yen and in the pound yen, they have explosive moves most of the times. Okay, they have huge moves um, most of the time. So that's why I actually use that. Yeah. Yeah, so the same principle works for all the other charts, or sorry, all the other pairs. Okay. Yeah, so you can have access to the charts if you are interested in having my saved ones without you buying. I can just give me a mail. I can put them in an archive and send them to you. Yeah, let me see if I can get a subscription. I think 14-day trial is even off. Yeah, so it's not up to $50. So you can actually subscribe and then you can get the most out of it. It's more interactive having it open on the website, and then you can appreciate it well. All right, thank you for watching. Yeah, so these are the commodities you can have access to. Yeah, across all markets, you can have access to all these charts.